everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Fun Artifact Friday. Today I have a collection of artifacts for you that are readily available for the public to see, but that are often overlooked by those coming in. We have one physical copy of a fire insurance map in our collection that we store here at the museum. However, we're also very fortunate to have access to copies of other fire insurance maps, courtesy of the planning department for the town of Kirkland Lake. These maps are detailed maps of Kirkland Lake that show each building on the streets of Kirkland Lake, as well as their dimensions, materials, and uses. These maps are dated 1928, 1936, 1940, and 1952, and they would have been used by insurance companies to assess the risk of insuring a building due to the fire's ability to spread, be controlled, or do damage. Insurance companies would make these assessments based on the physical properties of the building, as well as its use and its surroundings. These maps can be a wonderful resource for people who are trying to do research, as they give reliable information about the layout of a town, the number of businesses and types of businesses present, and the number of residential buildings in the town in a given year. They can also give some information about the evolution of building technology in the town over time. In order to read these, there are legends and color coding. For instance, in construction materials, red is brick while blue is stone, and the buildings are colored as such based on the construction material. There are also street and block indexing to better navigate the map books. What the building was used for is often written on the block that represents the building. For instance, here it mentions the bowling alley and the billiard hall. I love how the information is handwritten onto the maps. There are also other interesting buildings listed, such as a Finnish bakery, the Capitol Theater, a photo studio, steam baths, and the Princess Hotel, amongst many others. These maps, like our collection of phone books, are an excellent resource when trying to piece together memories of what the town once looked like. These maps even help us to envision the inner workings of the mine. For instance, here we have detailed maps of the Tech Hughes gold mine property. Even though we have pictures of the mine properties in our collection, we may not necessarily know what buildings are in the photos. These maps help to give more in-depth details to the pieces of history that we already have access to. For instance, this map details the cyanide mill, refinery, and crushing plant, the assay office, the change house, the staff house, the compressor room, and many other interesting buildings. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Fun Artifact Friday. And if you're still curious, come on out to the museum. We'd be happy to pull them out for you, and you can check them out yourself. And you might even find a record of where you used to live or where you still live today. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.